Alright, I think we are live again. Yeah, we're live again. Boop. We got some stuff we gotta do. Got some stuff and things. We are working on the intro scene to the game. The campaign. Okay, I'm just saying, just making sure everything's set up right. Having some technical difficulties. Okay, so this one seemed to work. The other one seems to think that it's still like scheduled. I've got to get rid of that. Upcoming, yeah, delete. Forever. Yes, I understand, to delete the stream that never happened forever. Okay, I'll clean up the rest after. All right. Cool. All right, so we've got some things to do. Got lots of things to do. So I made this intro scene. I got a little dialogue going now. And I will show in just a minute. Oh, right now. Yep, so we have that. Oh, there's a little flicker on the UI we got to take care of. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it so far. We're gonna flesh this out, but I already kind of made the scene, which I think is a pretty rad scene. We're gonna do some camera work. We're gonna do some dialogue stuff, some scripting. Tonight's gonna be a little bit of everything. Yeah, I think it would be cool to do like some really interesting camera type stuff with this. And it's also going to be a little bit of a tutorial as well, so we might get into the whole like alert part of it too, where basically we give instructions on how to play the game. Ooh. So one of the first things I wanted to do was right now everything's independent in this first part of like timing. I wanted to break apart the dialogue from when the character stops in place from moving through the passage. So right now it's just not synced. So it seems synced, but it's not precisely synced. All right. Also, like the light here it's like really, I almost wonder, because the character doesn't look like the correct colors, but it's not because he's not the correct colors, it's because the lighting is still kind of dim here. I wonder if we could brighten up the passage. I just remembered chat here. Restream chat. So I can see anyone who says anything. Okay, cool. Just do a quick little test. Zelda. Yeah, okay. We good. Alright, so in this passage, west edge lights. I'm wondering if the spotlight, we have some different lights here. All right, so that's the main. Actually, let's toggle these. Okay, so that one's not super important. That's the important one, and there's another point light. Okay, so it's this. Nope, it's the first one. So I wonder if we crank that up a little bit. Yeah, to 2.5. Thing is, it's gonna kind of wash out everything else, so I don't know if it does look good. It does look good. Yeah, because it's normally 1. That looks good too. So here's what I'm gonna do. If I duplicate it and then make it so that it only ever shows the character. Okay, yeah. And then that. Then he becomes there we go. Yeah, he's kind of like washed out there though. That's probably good. Yeah, I like that. Then we can kind of use our shield light to show the rest of the way. And then in here, I think it's pretty much enough light. See, the problem is I could just increase the light on, I could increase the brightness on him. Maybe that's not a problem. Maybe I just need to do it. Because he looks right there. Okay, yeah, actually let's do that. Let's try that first. So we have some colors. We have a color. Oh, we're in dialogue. Wrong thing. Really need to blow up the display a little bit so y'all can see. Okay, so there should be data in here. And one of them is going to say cosmetics here. Maybe not. Actually, first of all, that is the wrong. His name is Auric. And cancel. All right, here we go. There's the cosmetic. So the primary, there's the primary there. This is the color. Okay. So already I can tell. Okay. What was it? So what if we made this like 90 instead of, the brightness was at 75. Let's put it at 90 and see how that looks. We don't want them to be like washed out when we're under proper lighting, but I feel like this opening scene, we need to make sure that he looks good. And that's either increasing the brightness or maybe trying to even make him a little lighter. Here we are. Yeah, it's still not really doing it, and I think because he's not in the light. So all right, so we're gonna do a little bit of both of this. We're gonna duplicate that spotlight again. We're going to put it to nothing except for default, and then we're gonna make intensity 2. All right, and then I'm gonna make it so this plays in maximum, so I don't have to keep expanding it when it starts. I'm excited though. There's a lot of the features I need to make this demo are in place now. Oh, see, that's like too much there. But that was good. This is good right here. This is like perfect right here. But when he was under the other light, it was just too much. So what if I reduce the rate? Reduce the angle to like half, and then I rotate it. Like there. So let's get this out of the way. Put this down to 1.5. The other thing is I can have him stop like shorter too. Yeah, he normally stops there. If I had him stop here, that would be perfect. So if I had this to be 60, 30, and 1.5. So 60, range 30, and intensity 1.5. So now it's just a little bit more on the spot. Now we have a game object here that represents the entrance location. I'm going to move that back 2 units. So when we start up here, we're going to it should do what we want. Back 2 units. So when we start, perfect. Okay, that looks good. I almost wonder if his beard should be a little whiter. So like that might like end up washing it out though too. Oh wait, no, that's brightness. We don't want to change that. Like 40 there. Okay, I think we might need to like restart it though. That looks better. That actually looks a lot better. Okay. I feel like now I'm wondering, should the camera be out a little further? Huh. His texture looks good everywhere, but the teeth look a little blurred out. Almost even wondering if this happens sometimes where the texture settings don't get exported correctly because Spine will export them, and for some reason it'll like create a new texture for it and overwrite the old settings. So let's make sure that oh yeah, here it is. Yeah, I bet this is the problem. And I bet, and this explains it too, one of the textures had the right settings, the other did not. So I bet when I hit apply, these teeth here are gonna clear up. Yeah, that worked, but clearly that screwed up. But we'll just restart it. But I think this is good now. I even want to like kind of, I'm like even tempted to make it a little, just a little bit more brighter too. Let's see, where was that? Cosmetic. Okay, secondary. Made it like 30 rather than 40. All right, we'll try this, and if this looks good, we'll keep it. If not, we'll go back and we're moving on. That looks good. That looks good. I like it. And then it gets dark in here. Ooh, you know what though? The way that light is, like it reflects too much in the darkness. So we gotta change that spotlight. I'm gonna bring it back down. I'm gonna make it what it was, which was 80 and 50. There, it was fine. But honestly, it's probably still fine if it's... Oh, that would be sick. Okay, yeah, we're gonna do it that way. So we're just gonna put it back to the way it was, which was 80 and 50. All right, now let's try this again. That looks great. And the transition is good. That looks great. Oh, that was a bug. It actually kept it. Interesting. We'll figure that out after. All this looks good. When I come into here, everything looks good again. Yeah, I think that's the way to go. I almost wonder if the passageway should light up just a little bit more. It does look good darker like that, but let's... maybe like 1.5 is good, and then the other one doesn't need to be so bright, like 1. Yeah. Cool. All right. I'm happy with that. Oh, that's weird. Turning on your shield too close to the trap will set set it off. Makes sense because the shield's a little larger. Okay. All right. Let's move on from this. So we're gonna do 1.5 there. Okay. We'll try it one more. We'll just start it up one more time. Okay, great. I like it. All right. So now there was, yeah, what I was saying before is I want to split up when all this stuff happens before I have, so right now I have everything in this one feedbacks sequence of events, and right here set destination and fade in. Everything else after, I have this 2-second wait for him to get there, but I want to eliminate that, and I actually want to create a whole new feedback where that plays when he arrives. So we're going to create a new game object. We'll call this one arrives at entrance. Then we're gonna add a feedback. And I believe we should be able to just copy. Yes, we can copy these things here, which are going to be the thing that sets the camera, activates the dialogue, and then turns on the wrong way message. So when I go out, try to go back out the door, it'll complain and send you back. All right, so we can remove these ones here. And on the set AI destination path, this here is where we want to be able to assign a new MMF player, which is what's playing all these events. So in the set feedback destination, here we are. We're gonna call this on destination on arrival feedback. Okay. And and then in here, we're going to need to add a new parameter in these two functions. I'm going to make the feedback before the speed modifier, I think. Yeah. Actually, no. You know what? No, I'm going to put it where I was and then just say it's null by default. And then we can go to here, do the same thing, where we add in this parameter for these feedbacks. Again, feedbacks are just sequences of events that we can trigger. So we're gonna drop that in there. And it seems like our naming scheme's a little off. We'll adjust that. We're gonna pass that in there. And then back at our set destination, we can put in the on feedback arrival. There we go. Okay. And again, for this other one, okay. Let's see. Okay. Cool. All right. So we've done that, and that's going to go all the way through to here. And this is the character. Okay, so we need to pass it one more time through. And that would be in the set destination. And here, we're finally at the script that can recognize whether we have reached the destination. So here we're going to need an if statement because we do have this auto release on destination. Oh, no, actually, no, we don't want to do that. We're going to say if on arrival feedback is not null, then we're taking the on arrival event and we're adding it on arrival feedback to it. The play feedbacks. Okay. Now, the other thing is we need to save this away in order to remove it after. Yes. We're just going to call it current on arrival feedbacks. So in here, we assign. There we go. Okay. I'm thinking we don't even need to do this in an event because it's all happening internally. So I might have been. Okay, we can do this another way too. We can do this another way. We return the event. No, we return the. Can you return it? I don't think you can actually return an event. Yeah, because this is. I don't like us having to create a member and everything for this. We could also just return itself. And I think that's maybe what I'm going to do here. And then on here, it's just return this. And this way we can remove all of this stuff that we just added. And then we just keep returning that field back. Okay. And so here we would say get our AI path. Basically saying that AI path will equal one of these things. Yep. Okay. So then we say if the AI path does not equal null, then we AI path dot on arrival. Now we assign our function to let's see. Need to create one. Private void on arrival. And we're gonna use that. And we're gonna make this up here a member. Actually, I'm gonna have it do the same thing where the... Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. When we invoke on arrival, we're gonna pass our, again, this script through there. This way, the caller will be able to unsubscribe themselves once it's all said and done. Oops. Okay. All right, we're good now. So here's where we're going to do the on arrival feedback, play feedbacks, and then we're going to take the AI character movement path on arrival, and we remove our own function from it. Okay. Okay, that should work now. Okay, so we have this new, okay, yep, there's the field, and arrives at entrance. Boom, there it is. Okay, so now, as long as we see all the same things happen, we know it's working. I believe, right? I deleted. Yes, I deleted it. Okay, cool. Oop. These things are kind of buggy sometimes. There we go. Okay, let's play it. Now we'll be a little more synced when the camera zooms in and when the dialogue starts for when the character actually stops in place. Here we go. Okay, cool. Now, one thing I think we can tighten up is how quickly that camera zooms in. Have it on a 1 second. I'm gonna make it like, I'm gonna split the difference right now, see what happens. So half a second. It's gonna zoom in faster to the character when that dialogue begins. Okay. Interesting. I noticed that the UI flickers there. And I just really don't want any UI in this at all. And I think I even say that toggle UI panel it's off. So let's see what this script does. We're hiding UI. Okay, but someone else uses this UI manager UI. Okay, toggle camera manager. Okay, there it is. Okay, so here is where the show so camera manager will toggle it when we're using gameplay camera. Okay. I'm going to actually comment this out right now. Also, I just realized I am starving. I am absolutely, completely starving. And I've been on this diet. I've like lost over 10 pounds. And so I've been eating so late. I probably only have like 500 calories in me right now. But I am going to go make a, I think a smoothie, protein smoothie. That'll be like only, nice little, it'll fill me up and it'll have protein in it. And it will be low in calories and it'll be healthy and all that. So I'm going to go do that. I will be right back. And I'm going to put you on Zelda. She's going to see. I'm gonna put you on Zelda here. She's taking a nice little nap. I'll be right there. I'll be right back. left your post. Left your post, Zelda. You're supposed to keep everyone entertained. I lost everyone who was watching. Here she is. Hey, yo. Got your head. Got your butt. All right. She's like, don't stop. Who said you could stop? Oh, we got the other one. We got both of them. Need the other hand now. Stretchies. Okay. She's just waiting there. When are you gonna pet me again? She's just waiting there. When are you gonna pet me again? Okay. All right, cool. So, did we even test this? Did I test this? Did I see if this worked? I don't even remember. Meow. Did you hear that? She said meow. Real crunchy meow she just gave me. Nice. Oh yeah, no, we did because we sped up the the camera. Ah, man, I don't know if I don't know what I feel about this. I get to watch it twice too. Once on here and then one on my stream, so you get to see it twice for one. So that's good. That's good. Watch it again. You know what? I wonder if maybe we should just have another camera because I think what's jarring is it covers so much distance. So here's what we're gonna do. We're going to we have this gameplay camera, entrance gameplay camera, but I'm not going to do that. I'm gonna have two starting cameras, starting camera 1 and 2. And starting camera 1 is at 15 distance. I'm gonna put it at like 12, and then the second one's gonna be like 7.5 because the dialogue one is at 5. So we just split the distance in half for that travel. And so the next thing I need to do is set that camera to be the, okay, so there's starting camera 1. And then so I pop the camera, but then I want to add another camera. And I pop that one off the stack, and then I add a new camera. This is another temporary one, but it's starting camera 2. Everything else should be fine. It attaches to the player. Okay, let's see what happens. I also turn the sound on. Right now there's not gonna be like music or anything, but it's like this ambient windy noise that I have. Yeah, that's better. I think. I really need to like take videos. I'm putting way too much attention and care into this. Okay, so there was actually a couple things I noticed. I think so. Here's the video. One of the problems is we're not starting at the large camera, we're starting already zoomed in. Man, I think it's like, it feels weird because the dialogue comes up so much faster than the zoom. And also, we're not getting that first camera. Let's take a look at that again. Oh yeah, of course. Because hmm, okay, I think I know what we need to do. We need to set that camera first, then put it on top. This is kind of weird. I don't necessarily like this, but we're setting up the cameras so we can pop them off and then they do what they need to do. This should hopefully work now. Okay, yeah, that worked. But I almost think that starting camera 1 is like, let's like move that here. and then say it doesn't follow the player. Because I feel like the transition was weird. Okay. Now the other thing is, it all happens so fast. So now I'm gonna try slowing down the character just a little bit. 30%. See what happens. Yeah, I don't know what I feel, how I feel about it. Let's go a little slower. Half speed. Let's record it this time. Oh, we missed it. You can also have Unity record it too. I don't need to do that though. Can I just set it to... Okay, so I think what I don't like is that it zooms in and then it stops and then it goes again. I think I would like to have this the first transition be slower, zoom in further, and then a quick little snap. Okay. So slower. Okay. Let's remember what I just said. Slower. So that's when I pop the camera off. So it's at 2 seconds. We're going to say 3 seconds. And then I said slower, closer. So that means that this starting gameplay 2 needs to be, that's already pretty close. Let's say it's at 7. And then on the other one, for dialogue, that's at 0.5. We're gonna say 0.2, so it's like a snap. I completely did not watch it. I'm paying attention this time. I should be recording, but I forgot. I don't know how the snap is a little too jarring. So here's what we're gonna do instead. Let's not do that camera at all. There is no more camera. There is no more dialogue camera. We're just gonna do the starting two, and then we're going to speed him back up to full speed. See where we put the entrance gameplay. Starting camera on 1. Okay. Okay, so sped him up. Oh, we need to zoom in the starting camera 1. No, starting camera 2. Okay, we did. Okay, I think it's good now. Didn't like that either. Didn't make it in time. Like, not at all. I think if we get the timing right on it, it's gonna be fine. Because I think we had like 3 seconds on it. That's definitely too long. I'm gonna put 1.5. I'm just gonna cut that time in half. I think what was weird was when the dialogue was up before the uh-oh. Okay, I didn't get the recording, but I think it looked good. We're gonna try that again and record it so I can play it back. I think that was good. Let's put it at 2 seconds. I feel like I'm just getting back to what I originally had slowly. Okay. I didn't like how that's busted now. It didn't release my controls. How did that happen? Auto release character on destination. Did an exception occur? You betcha. That's because we're not checking if this is null. Oh, cool. All right. Let's play all that back again. Okay, one thing I don't like is how we zoomed out before the dialogue went away, which is strange. I don't know why that would be. Because we don't zoom out until the dialogue ends. So there's got to be some sort of like hidden value in the dialogue system that like is putting a delay in like, because when I'm hitting enter, like it should just disappear, right? Let's see if we can. Yeah, because look, I'm gonna I'll say when I do it now. In fact, you can even see where the text goes away and then there's a pause. Okay, so we got to figure out what that pause is. We gotta figure out what that pause is. Man, it could be anything. Oh, here we go. Wait for close. I wonder what that does. Oh, that was it. Okay, cool. Oh, wow, that was easy. So that wait for close. We go in here. We'll go into the prefab of it and turn that off. Where was it? Where was it? Oh, no. It wasn't in that. It was in my the prefab for, you know, the thing. The thing, you know, the thing, that thing. There it is. Okay. So let's try again, and this time it should be more snappy. That's good. Cool. Now, one thing I don't like is how the portrait scales down. I like the scaling of the bar, but I don't like the scaling of the portrait. I think I'm gonna have him slide out instead. So we gotta find, so we're gonna open up this prefab where all this stuff exists. And unfortunately this might get a little messy because, okay, so here's the, okay. Here's the group that has the animator. That is not the one that scales. This is the one that scales. Okay. Okay, this is the culprit right here. And it does the entire panel, and we don't want to do the entire panel. So what we're gonna do, shows text panel. Yeah, that's not even a thing anymore. We'll get rid of that. What we're gonna do is not have it be this, but instead, oh, the top panel's fine because nothing's okay. So it's just the bottom panel. That's the problem. We're gonna delete that. Then we're gonna key a new thing here, which is, okay, this isn't so bad. We're gonna pull the portrait out. Both of these. Okay, then we're gonna call this player character portrait and NPC portrait. Okay. And this animation here is all jacked up now. I'm just gonna remove that stuff. I'm gonna remove all of this. Text, what's the text field UI? That response, text field UI. I don't know what that means. We're not gonna worry about it. What we are gonna worry about is these two things. We're gonna say their scale is, oh, which direction did it go? I think it starts with 0. Wait a second. How do I? Subtitle. All right, hold up. Yeah, I don't like, see, I need it to be nested in there. Maybe we won't do the scale, maybe we'll just move it. I see what happened. Okay, I screwed a bunch of things up here. We're actually going to check out our changed files, and we're gonna revert any animations that I changed. Right there. And right there. Okay. So we go back to here. Okay, man, we're back. Okay. Okay, so these text panels aren't even there, so we're just gonna delete that. Okay, so top panel I just have turned off. And I actually think we're going to just delete that object entirely. One second. Okay. Now, I'm gonna make this be a reasonable aspect ratio. I don't know why it's square like that, or that shape of a rectangle, but okay. So we want to add a property, but it's, why isn't it letting me add a property? Can I drag and drop? It's been so long since I've used Unity animations since switching to Spine. I deleted that. Yeah, what the heck? Where is this animation, I wonder? Here's the panel. Do I have to check it out? Okay, there we go. Okay, now we can add a property. Okay, I think I needed to check it out. So, bottom panel. Oh, but here's the problem. The bottom panel is... I wonder if we can pull these out and it's fine. Yeah, okay, that works. So what we can do... Okay. we go here. We're a letterbox. Yep. And we add a property, which is bottom panel. Rect transform scale. I'm going to add that. And then on that scale, we're going to say it starts out at 0. It ends up at 1. So it doesn't work. There it goes. Okay, cool. Now we had a new property, NPC portrait, and for this we're gonna do let me think about this. So we need to be able to move it. Nope, that is not what I want. Nope. Yeah, what am I doing here? That's not what I want. Yeah, why does this expand it? It's like left and right need to move. Yeah, how can I do this the right way? Like if I did that. Negative 500 in both directions on both left and right. Okay, that's weird, but okay. So we're gonna hit that, and then we're gonna say position, anchored position. NPC portrait. Okay. What is going on here? The anchored position. I don't know. Maybe this isn't the right. Maybe this isn't the right field. Let's look at them again. We'll do the player character portrait this time. Rect transform. Anchor max. No, we want left, right. Size delta? Is that what it is? Oh, that does do something. The wrong something, but I think this is. So I think what we want to do instead is have it be negative 500. Oh. 500. Okay, no, this is definitely not what this is not, nope. What is going on here? Why can't I figure this out? It's probably what I had before. Anchored position. Oh, pivot. No, it wouldn't be pivot. Yeah, I think it is just position. Anchored position. Oh. Yeah, there it is. Okay, whatever. I don't know what just happened, but it works now. Okay, there we go. Beautiful. I don't know what went wrong before. Okay, now for NPC, take the anchored position, add it, and Do that same negative 500. Oop, no, we're going positive 500. There we go. And then boop. Oh, okay, great. That's what we're after. That's the effect. That's what we're looking for. All right, let's try it out. Let's see what happens. He's not supposed to be on. Okay, I mean, I like the effect. I think that's right. That's what I wanted. The only issue is that's just, the other guy shouldn't be. Oh, I know why. Because. Do I know why? Yeah, because something toggles on PC or NPC, and that same thing needs to do that for the portraits, because right now both are being shown. Okay, I get it now. Subtitle panels. Let's see. There's somewhere else in here that's like, I think it's saying to like play their animation, which might be the problem, where it's like this goes disabled. Okay. Where was that? Let me take a look at that. All right. I think maybe we have to redo everything again. Because I don't know what's the thing that's, it's one of these. Yeah, it's this stuff. It's these things here. Okay, so I need to keep everything inside those. I can't just pull them out like I was hoping to, unfortunately. That's okay though. That just means we need to have another game object under here. And then let's just call this the panel. Bring it up here. We're gonna just say this stretches. So it's, I'm gonna zero everything out. So it's the same size. So when we drag things in here, it should all just be the same. Okay. Then we're gonna do the same thing down here. We're going to stretch it to be the parent. Hello, Zelda. Yep. Then drag everything in here. Yep. Okay. Now we go back here and we can see this stuff's missing, of course. And we're gonna remove this here. So instead, what we're gonna do is we're going to scale the panel for both of them. So that was for, I already forgot which one. It was for NPC. Now we're going to go for panel for PC. Okay. And it's going to be 0 here. And then that. Why are you the way that you are? I think I know why. I think it's because we had this be, we want the anchor point to be at the bottom. Nope. Yeah, because Bottom panel, yeah, you can see we basically want it to be this. Okay, so it's a 0.5 and a Y. So this stretch. Let's bring back the stretch. But let's make this 0. Okay, that was what I was supposed to do. 0. Okay. So now when I go back to that, it should. Okay, that's the show. Okay. And then so the other problem is this image here and the fact that we are like inside of it. I don't think it gives any purpose other than being a container. So what we're going to do is we're going to copy paste duplicates. We're going to delete those other guys in there. So, and then on here, we're going to remove the image. Bring that bottom panel up. Okay, cool, cool. Okay, so now we can take that bottom panel and we can do the same thing that we were doing before, but now it's no longer like nested and parented in it. So so it should all work. See dialogue. Where is it? We should say we'll call this one content panel, and then we'll on this one we'll call it panel background. We gotta redo everything we just did again, but this one should be good. All right, so panel background, direct transform, and scale. We're gonna add that, and then for the scale, we're gonna start with a scale of y equals 0. And that's what's going to boop like that. All right, perfect. Now, we need to do the same thing, but with the NPC subtitle panel. I'm going to select that scale. And then we want to do the same thing for the PC one. And now, while we're just digging through here, let's also grab the anchor position for... Oh no, I screwed up again. Guys. Keep doing that. All right, that wasn't the right that wasn't the panel we were supposed to do. We did a wrong panel. All right, I'm just gonna zip through here and do this. Because I just keep messing it up. Okay, and then for the portrait, we're gonna do anchored position. And then last one here is going to be PC portrait, anchored position. Okay, cool. All right, now for their values. For the scale ones, we want to go y equals 0 again. All right, so let's test that out. Perfect, perfect, perfect. And now for the portraits, we want to go -500 on that guy. And for this boy, positive 500. All right, cool. So now when they open up, it's gonna pop just like that. Okay, cool. I think we have it all under control now. New animation. Let's see how it goes. So much better. Yep, that was it. That's the one. Cool. All right. So I'm probably gonna check this in now. And man, we did a bunch of stuff though. So it's really, I'm just gonna say camera and dialogue tweaks for the starting scene. So I think maybe what we do next now is the part that's that gives the tutorial, and that's just going to pop up and say something like use shift to use your shield, which provides which provides light. Zelda, can I help you? He just looks at my hand. Oh man, what a silly kid. What a silly one. Hello, we got the other one now. The wombat. She's doing the wombat pose right there. That's the shape of a wombat right there. A wombat right there. We got a wild wombat in this stream. Zelda's doing that open mouth smelling thing. She just got a big whiff of Zoe's butt. Gross. Here, Zelda, I'll light a candle for you. Okay. All right. Yeah. So I think I really do want to do the tutorial aspect, because that's really I mean who knows what's going to pop up, right? But I think that's going to be the last real big building block for everything that I need for this demo, maybe. Because we've done a lot of cool things with it. I mean, like we really just have this one little bit here, right? But like, there's a lot going on with that. There is the automatic movement of the player's character, the dynamic swapping of cameras and blending them. There's also the dialogue system, and we have sequences. You know, when we're trying to leave the level, it stops, it cuts input, it shows the dialogue, and then it moves your character back, and then it releases input back to you again. So like, these are all like very important things to create a scripted demo, and they're all in right now. And I think the last bit we really need are just these pop-ups that basically tell you how to play the game. And so I might do that through this system. So there's the dialogue system asset, which is what I'm using. And then there is this thing in there that's basically they're called alerts. And I might see if I can do them through those. However, it will be a little tricky because it's one of those things where it's like how crazy, like I'm probably only using these little pop-ups. Like there's not many times I'm using this pop-up. This pop-up is really only going to be used for when I show like button prompts on screen for this is how you're gonna use this button to do this thing, right? And that's only gonna happen pretty much in this scene here. So I'm kind of hesitant to use this whole alert system because it's in this system that I don't completely understand this asset. And really, I just need these little things to pop up. And they're a little special too because we need to have the button glyph in the text, and that button can change depending on whether the user is using the keyboard or using a gamepad, and then potentially what gamepad they're using, right? So I believe so. Okay, so we already have an example of glyphs. This is actually great. I just thought of this. We need to go to another scene where I am using glyphs because that is going to be really important to getting this right here. It's in the prefab sandbox. I'm gonna wash out my cup real quick. I'll be right back. I'm back. Oh, got cat action out there, running around. It would be right here. I must be careful. There could be traps about. After this, we want the pop-up to come up. So let's open our prefab sandbox. Oh, there's zooming out there. All right, and then so we have this thing here. Now I need to get my gamepad for this to work. Yeah. Now plugged in. And does it work? Yes, it works. Okay. Ah, yes. Okay, so when we go up to it, it says B. And if we press B, I don't even want to be around anymore. Right? And then it goes away. If if we move the mouse, it turns to F for keyboard. I don't even want to be around anymore. So that is a glyph that we're gonna need. Oh, that's weird. That's doing that. But if it, oh, huh? Is that always like that? I feel like I fixed that yesterday. All right, well, we can try the, I'm actually kind of curious if that's like a global issue or if it's just like that scene issue. I'm gonna start up the game real quick. These are new tile maps, by the way. They're full color, so they're not the grayscale ones before. They're still being worked on a little bit, but this is kind of what they're gonna look like. I love them. You know, subtle difference, but worth it for sure. Definitely looks better visually. Okay, yeah, I think that was just that zone that was screwed up. Yeah, that's all good. Okay, let's go back. Let's get back there. Let's get back to the sandbox here, and then over this character there was that icon. No, I don't even really know where that icon lives. Is it utility? Well, actually, let's start the game up, and we'll find it that way. We'll just click on it. Oh no, it's a. Because it's technically, it would be a UI canvas thing. So there must be a UI canvas somewhere on that little guy. So we go up to him, there it is. The little F. So let's zoom in. Turn off gizmos, let's click on that. Come on. Show me where you live. Show me! Alright, no, it's not. It's not working. Okay, so where would this isn't like part of, okay, so it's not in handles, it's not in feedbacks, it's not in utilities. Oh, you know what? Look, it's bouncing with his head. That means it's attached to the skeleton. So it's in appearance. Very tricky. We're bone followers. There's going to be a head one. There it is. There's something under it. Open it up. Interact. Canvas. There it is. Okay. And then in here, there's going to be Unity UI player controller element glyph. Cool. I don't remember making this, but I did at some point. My Unity UI player controller element glyph script. Wow. We got it. All right, so that was what we were looking for. Let's see. I'm gonna put on, we got some more music for the game. I'm gonna put on one of those tracks. Because it's a pretty rad track. We only got one more left. Okay, so here's the object of it. I'm wondering where we actually say, oh wow, it comes right, oh, we actually specify the ID. That's great, actually. this whole thing. You can end this. That's pretty loud. I apologize for that. All right. So we can go down even a little bit more. Okay. So I'm going to quickly test that. So I'm going to quickly test that. Okay, yeah, that sounds good. I'll be right back. Like something on my face, I have no idea what, but now it's gone. Ooh, just in time for the good part. Actually, I should have taken the whole canvas because I think we might need to create a canvas for this, maybe. Okay, here we are again. So we add that in there like that. And so for this one, let's just turn it on real quick and see where it gets put. Yeah, because this is one of those I was using it in world space. Okay, yeah, okay. So we don't want it to be in world space. We do want it to be in screen space camera. And for the action, it's gonna be combat shield. So this should just work. Amazingly enough. Let's hit play and see what happens. Okay, so we're not seeing it, but that could be explained by a few things, possibly. Might not be oh yeah, it's super duper small. Boom, there it is. Left shift is in fact the shield. Look at that, beautiful. Beautiful. And if I move the controller, oh, now we're on left bumper. Amazing things that just work. Wow. I was thinking I needed to do this whole thing, and apparently I did this not long ago, all on my own. Wow, so impressive. All right. Okay. So that's good and all, but we need to create the other stuff. But that's okay. So let's put this back to 1 so we can see it. And let's We need also like a, so how do we see the render camera? I need to figure out. Some values are driven by canvas. Okay, yeah. Do I say overlay instead? No. Because when I go to this camera and I hit on this canvas, oop, just like that. Okay, yeah, we can see everything that way. Actually, I guess turn ability HUD off because it's been annoying. All right, so here is that. So oh, see, we're over. Oh, we're over here. We are way, way far away from where. But I don't know how to get it to go. There. Okay. Perfect. So now we can create like I'm actually gonna go into here and I'm gonna copy the bottom panel. Oh no, the panel background. Yep, and we're gonna paste that in there. Cool. Yep. Panel background is massive. Set that all to 1. Let's position it. Let's just make it exactly what the screen space is. Okay. Why isn't it in view right now? I wonder. Let's say that this is in the middle. 0.6, 0.6, 0.4, 0.4. We play this, what happens? So the question is why don't we see it? This is another thing I have very little experience with in Unity. It's UI stuff. So we're okay, overlay works, but camera is strangely not working. The scale is extremely small, but growing it doesn't make it any better. It's weird because I don't think it needs to be in the, yeah, it doesn't. See, if I drag it in there, into that canvas it works. So why can't we have, we might want to copy the same canvas, basically use the same canvas, Okay, that worked. Something about the canvas that we were using is just magic. All right, this is good because now we can actually work with this. We can work with it. Set this to like 80. All right, now we gotta figure out like what we want it to say. Now this is gonna be a little tricky because it's like, how do games normally do this? I'm gonna Google it real quick. Video game. Actually, I'm gonna chat GPT. I'm just gonna see what it says. I'm creating the tutorial pop-ups in my game. The first one is going to say something like use, so you can see what I'm doing. First thing is gonna say something like use key to, or no, we're gonna say press key to use shield, use your shield, and light the way. I don't know if that's because it's weird because there's a shield ability and then there's a light, and the shield gives light, and we're like kind of like having the player use the shield for a purpose other than the shield. So I'm gonna actually say that. What's the best way to phrase something like this in terms of good, clear game tutorial game design? Also, my game opens up with the player in a dark zone. The shield projects light, so they need to be taught how to use the shield immediately, but not for blocking, but for light. Later on, the shield will need to be used, and at some point we'll need to teach the player that timed shields can parry. How should I phrase this first tutorial call out? Okay, so yeah, the design principles apply. Only teach light right now, not blocking or parrying. Action. Result format teaches cause. Okay, yeah. Press blank to raise the shield and light the way. That's a good one. Another one, it's pitch dark. Press to raise your shield, its light will guide you. I don't like that as much. Your shield isn't just for defense. Press to shine I don't like this one either. Yeah, I think it's just like, and this is kind of what I had anyways. Really what I want to get at is even calling it a shield at this point good to do? Maybe I should wait to use that term. Yeah, I just think press blank to light the way is right. Then later, the guiding light, it's also a shield. Yeah, I like that. Something like that. Okay. So we're gonna create a new thing here. Actually, so I'm gonna go to the main menu because there is this way that I have text where I'm able to, yeah, right here, where things are localized. That's important. It is important to set this stuff up correctly from the get-go because, okay, yeah, so this is, I need a label. Is there one with a label? Yeah, this one. That wasn't the right scene. This is the right scene. Okay, so we're gonna paste that in there. And we're going to just zero all this out. And we're gonna make the scale 1. Yup. Okay. Cool. Cool. All right. Perfect. Perfect. All right. So, is there a reason it's not centered? Probably because we need to select that to be centered. Okay. Perfect. All right. Nice. 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 So this is gonna say press. What was it? Press light your way. I'm gonna make this 40. No, 36. 30. And then instead of key there, we're just gonna make it a space. Now, I wish I could. I wish this. Wish I could see this. Also, I have a horizontal layout group here. I don't know why I need this. I think that's only for something for like a parent anyways, and I'm just gonna remove it. Yeah, let's play. Okay, that's right. So there's a problem here. I changed the text, but I didn't change the localization string, and that was the whole purpose of everything, remember? So in the table here, and I want to do this right because I'm going to use the same words. S for story, pro for prologue, devile path start. Okay. So let's open up our localization tables. Kill that. So this is the main menu. Collect. Okay, we're gonna do new table, and this new table is gonna be called story. Prologue, devile, path, start. What just happened? It just disappeared. There it is. We cannot have slashes. You have dashes. Okay. I almost just wonder if I should just say something like prologue. Make it, because I don't think we need to be that granular. Ooh, we have a thing here. What was this for? Localization? Where are my localization files? Main menu string table. Hey, Dr. Love. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I appreciate it very much. Dr. Love. Gotta draw it out a little bit. The double O's. Thank you very much. Welcome to the channel. I am a game developer. You're watching me make my game. You're listening to my game soundtrack. And yeah, we're just working on some tutorial stuff for it. So we were searching for there it is. Where do I keep my resources? Local settings. Okay. Oh, hold on. Zelda wants some pets. Zelda wants some pets. I gotta keep her happy. She keeps development going smoothly. You can't have unhappy employees. Alright, what was I doing? I was doing something. Okay, so we're gonna change the name of this object and we're going to create a new table. And the new table is going to be called Prologue, because that is this, the scene that we're doing this for. And then local settings, tables, there we go. Okay, cool. And then in here, we should be able to create a new... we need to be able to create a new entry. And add, okay, no, that's not what I want. Add table, okay, yeah, here we go. So we go to prologue and then add table entry. And then this is called new entry. New entry. Why did it do it like that? Prologue, here we go. All right, so right now we're just gonna do English. I have Japanese and Spanish in here too, just because I just had something like fill in the gap. You know, I kind of know both a little bit of Japanese and a little bit of Spanish, so I was just kind of filling in things as I went. But for right now, I don't know how to say either that in either of those languages. I'm very, very not great at either, but I know enough to say a little bit here and there, read a little bit here and there. Okay, cool. So this string reference? Why does it say string? Oh yeah, because it's still called. It shouldn't be called new entry anymore. There it goes. Okay, cool, cool. All right, now let's play and see what happens. Okay. I still have an animation on there. Okay, cool. All right, so a couple things. This icon needs to go down a little bit. We need to remove this goofy animation that I stole from the main menu. It's funny. Or is it? Oh yeah, it's the MF player on it there. But what I really want to do is figure out what the right scaling is. If I put this to 1, actually that's probably perfect as long as I put a couple more spaces in there. That's honestly perfect. So let's scale that back down to 1. Let's get rid of that goofy animation. Input event evoker, remove that. All right, cool. I think that's good. Now we want to change this entry here. We're gonna put a couple more spaces in there. Actually, this one is the key. We don't even need the spaces in there, but we need the spaces in this one. So 1, 2, I think 2 was good. Let's put 1 more in there just in case. We'll see what that looks like. Next, we'll do the toggling of when that thing's actually supposed to come up. Oh, that's perfect. Where did it? Oh, okay. Perfect. And if we move the controller, perfect. I love that. Now, what I don't like is that it's right in the middle of the screen, and I think it should lower a little bit. I think we should also okay, right there is perfect. -300. And then it has to be able to go away when the button is pressed. Cool. Yeah, so like when you go out here and you walk there, this pops up. You accept that, and then this pops up, and then you can use it. All right, cool. All right, we don't have to get too fancy with this yet. It's very, very basic looking. I almost even want to cut down on the, I feel like the rectangle is actually a little too large. Let's say this is a 4, 5, and this is a 5, 5. Nope. 6, 6. That's probably perfect right there. I love that. Okay. This is a little janky looking, but it's okay. I'm going to take a picture of this so I can save it. Okay, so I think I went 8, 4, 5. Okay, so I just reduced it down to that. 4, 5. I set this to 1, a little tiny little bit smaller. Oh, there was one other thing I did. Oh, I lowered it down to negative 300. That expanded it. Oh, top 300. There we go. Cool. All right, so here's we're gonna go like one step further this time. We're going to remove this we're gonna disable the canvas, and we're gonna put this in turn on the lights here. And when dialogue ends when dialogue ends, we're going to add a new feedback here that basically says enable game object, set active, simple true. And we're going to drag this canvas in there, and we're going to say when we hit this, turn it on. So we should be a little further on this one. Okay, we're in here. Sniff, sniff. He's close. All right, and then we go up here. I must be careful. There could be traps about. Ooh, it did not work. Why did it not work? Interesting. It didn't even turn it on. Oh, it did. It did turn it on. Why is it showing that it's still... Oh, because that... Okay, I understand what happened. I understand. It's because we're turning off... Okay. I understand. I know what I'm doing. Don't you worry. I know what I'm doing. Let's create a new game object and call it tutorial messages. And we're gonna bring that canvas in here. Tutorial messages, yes, there. Okay, so this should fix that problem. What was happening was we were disabling the component that triggered that whole thing, and in doing that, it also disabled the message. So yeah, it happens. Mistake I've made before. My game just... I think we're crashing. I think we're going down. I think we've gone down. Uh-oh. What does tax... Oh, up, up. No, we're back. All right, well, I'm gonna save this time. Then I'm gonna play again. Camera is way too thin. There we go. See, now it's a little too zoomed out. One of those. Okay, snaff, snaff. All right, so we go here. Perfect. All right. Next, we basically want a... Okay, I know what to do. Sticky keys! That is not what I meant to do. We need an event. There was a... What was the thing that I... The thing that I deleted before from the... There was something called an event... Event something. Input system event. No. All right, we're gonna go back to the main menu and find what that thing was, because that was actually exactly what we need to disable. So let's... open up the UI camera. It's on the title screen, and it was input event evoker. Oh, and this was, oh, I don't know if I want to do it this way. Let me think. No, this is probably going to take a new, a new script. So let's open this back up again. And let's see how I did this in the first place for the glyph, because I had like a, yeah, the player ID and the action ID right there. Okay, these things right here, these are very important. So I'm basically going to want a script. Okay, I know what to do. All right. We want something. Where do we put this? Is it a utility thing? Yeah, it's gonna be like an input thing. Interaction maybe. Interaction is like in-game interaction, not like input though. Why don't I have, I thought I had a, yeah, let's just call it utility, whatever. Oh, utility input, here we go. Okay. Input toggle. Okay, yeah, this is what I want. Okay, so we're gonna create a new script, and it's gonna be called input event feedback trigger. And it's going to be a mono behavior so that it has a life cycle, an update cycle. And we're gonna, what just happened? Why am, okay. All right, so what we do want to do is go back until we find these things. Yep. There. What's going on my keyboard right now? Like not working sometimes. Okay, so these are the things that are gonna like let us specify which buttons we're pulling for. So here we're gonna say if no, we need a start function. We need we need to call start, and on start we're actually going to grab the input. So we have a player character manager dot instance dot get player 0 for the first player, and then from there we're gonna call this linked input manager, I believe. Input manager. Okay, yep. Oh, but there's also the player rewired player. I don't know which one is the one that I care about. What do we do with you? Input manager. Rewired player. Oh yeah, I think we want the player. Okay, and this is going to be a private thing, so we're gonna call this that. We're just cleaning up the naming conventions here. Okay, then rewired player is equal to that. And then we say get button action ID. Oh, player ID goes here. That's right. Player ID. Honestly, I don't think we even need the player ID. We're just gonna go action ID, and we're gonna say action ID if dot get button down action ID equals, okay, it's just a boolean. Okay, I think, and then from here we're going to basically we need one other serialized field, and that is a MMF player feedback player. I'm going to say if feedback player is not equal to null, then we're going to play it. Play feedbacks. Okay. This is good. This is good. Making progress here. Okay, cool. So I am gonna put that right on this thing. We called it an input event. We might have a error here. Get key down. Input. Oh. What? This is a completely unrelated thing. It's screenshot handle. It's in utility. It's something to do with the import that I just did. It thinks this is the that's so strange because we're gonna get key down. Yeah, it thinks it's the namespace, but we don't want it to be the namespace. We want it to be rewired input. What the heck? What the heck? All right, we're gonna pretend that doesn't exist. And we're gonna go back to here. Now it's connected, and who did you belong to? Unity engine. Okay. That's so weird that that caused that, because oh, I know, because that namespace didn't exist before. Okay. All right, there. Now it's fixed, and I can remove this again. Okay, there we go. We are compiling now. We are compiling. Okay, now input event, there it is. Okay, cool. And we're also gonna add that feedback player. And in that feedback player, we are going to do another simple set active simple, which is just a simple way to say shut up. Panel back. Okay, yeah. We're going to call this one shield tutorial. Okay. Let's go back. Shield tutorial is going to get turned off, and we're going to drag this into there. And then for the for the input, we're going to say combat shield. Okay, so this should be it. This should be the moment we've all been waiting for. Can we make this? Yeah. Oh, interesting. There's like a little bit of a snap there. Nice. Perfect. That did it. Awesome. All right, I love that. Now, one thing that's unfortunate is you might have saw how there was a little bit of an update. A little bit of an update lag on that. Now I'm trying to think, is that something we're just gonna have to pre-initialize somehow? It's like something needs to get called and start rather than update, maybe? I'm not sure. We're gonna try it again, and this time we're gonna record it. Oh, is that the actual? Maybe that wasn't the. Was it the localization? Wait, there it is. Oh, look at that. Ah, it's the localization. Interesting. I'm not as worried about that right now. I mean, that is something to figure out, but hopefully I figure that out later in a way that fixes everything. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go back to here and we're gonna put 1, 2, 3 in there, spaces, that is. You are listening to my game soundtrack right now. By the way. Alright. Cool, we come up to here. Now I might bring that in a little bit. Perfect. Alright, I love it. There might be some strange. Yo, Proper Duck. Hello, welcome. This is looking great. Thank you very much. Thank you. Yeah, I'm working on a demo. I have some events coming up. I'm in Anime New York City, and then I'm in the Syracuse Retro Games Con this year, trying to get into some other events. I'm basically making this demo here. I was actually in New York City a month or two ago playtesting. One of the biggest feedbacks was like, we need like a more structured tutorial. So I was like, yep. So that's what we're working on right now. But hello. I remember we talked like a long time ago. Like you came in one of my streams, like I feel like it was like a year ago or something. Or I know you followed me last week, but I feel like we follow each other on Twitter or something. All right. Cool. I'm really happy with this. Now, I noticed something before when I held my shield. Yeah, there was a... I definitely remember your name from a long time ago. It could have been even longer ago. I don't even use Twitter anymore, really, or X or whatever it's called these days. But... Okay, so I think there's a bug here. When I hold shield and I go into dialogue, it keeps the shield, and that's fine. But when I release the shield button... Oh no, that worked. Okay, last time I tried that, it was... Huh. Let me see if I can replicate that again. How's development going for you? You working on anything? All right, I think maybe it was this one. Oh yeah, okay, yeah, this is weird. If I hold if I have the shield going and then I go into the dialogue that does the tutorial for the shield, it stays on. Interesting. And what's even stranger is the bug doesn't work with this dialogue. So input's not being cleared in one way. Yeah, I'm working on a food delivery sim with another guy, and my son and I are working on a prototype. That's awesome. Nice. Yeah, do you have a name for it? A Steam page, anything? I'd definitely check it out. That's so weird. Why are you the way that you are? Why are you working this way? Let me turn back on the, where is it? Scripted, turn on the lights. Okay, so if I walk into it again now, yep. Okay, so it's going into the dialogue. Doesn't make any sense. Because it's literally doing the same thing that I was doing before. The only difference is the A-star movement, which I'm wondering if that is making the difference. So let's go to, here's our wrong way. It's a Unity event system. Yep. And then we're gonna disable the set path. Oh, he won't move after this. Ah, that is it. So there's something. So the bug is actually resolved by the fact that we're setting the AI path afterwards, but we're not actually. I'm trying to think, because the way that the shield works is it doesn't turn off unless it detects. Okay. It doesn't turn off unless it detects that the button goes off, but when we're in dialogue, input is shut down, so we don't end up detecting that that release. No, we're not that far yet. Yeah, I feel that pain. I've been working on this game for 4 years and only now starting to get to the point where I can start showing things off and yeah, having a demo, having people play it, and promoting it, all that. Takes a long time. Okay, so how do I fix that? Because here's the thing. So the first question is do I want certain abilities to cut when I enter dialogue, like the shield? I think the answer is probably yes, honestly. And so it's almost like we need a way to detect that input is disabled. Interesting. And I don't know if this is a bug I really need to worry about right now. Yeah, Proper Duck. I feel like we met a year or two ago or sometime. It was on Twitch, and I noticed that you're on Kick now. Have you? And I saw that you actually stream on Kick too. Do you feel like you get I don't know, better traffic, or do you like it better? What are your thoughts? I was curious what your thoughts are on that, because I think I do get. I don't know. I'm noticing about the same in terms of like game devs popping in and saying hi. But I'd figure I'm just kind of trying both right now, because I'm actually new to Kick with my 2 followers. You get less on Kick? Okay. Yeah, I probably get. Yeah, I mean, what am I at now? My two viewers on Kick and 6 on Twitch. It's tough, man. Like I don't know how to break through it. So sometimes I always wonder if I'm just like kind of wasting my time with it, but it's fun. It's fun though. In a way, it helps me focus. And it is nice to have like people show up every once in a while to just say hi and ask about the project. It has its uses, but at the same time, it's like I got a game to make. And so I have the same feeling about like social media, because I've been like trying to make, like I said, I haven't been using Twitter, but I went pretty heavy into Insta and TikTok and creating developer reels and all that, and it's fun. I actually do enjoy making them, but I also, it just takes so much time. Just takes time. Like every reel I make is like 2 or 3 hours depending on like the complexity of it, and it's a lot of time. I'm on like a big crunch right now. I got Anime New York City coming up first in 6 weeks, and I got a lot to do, but what we just did just there with the tutorial box, that is the last big building block I need to make this demo come together. So I got dialogue, I got player character A-star algorithm movement, I have camera blending working now, and then I just did the tutorial boxes, and we've got everything else in place. So it's just content. No, so I've done very little of the art myself. I'm not a very good artist. It's one of the very few things I don't do on this game. There's 2 things I don't do. I don't do the art, and I don't do the music. You're listening to the soundtrack right now, actually. A guy named Mario makes this for me, and him and I are working close together on capturing the right style, and he's just doing a killer job. But no, I have an artist that I've been working with for years. He's great. I usually do like the prototype or like the sketches and the all that kind of stuff, but he goes in, and the thing is these people, you know, these other 2 people, they're just on contract. They're not part of the team or anything like that. They're not constantly working on it. So that's always been like kind of a challenge for me, is basically I need to schedule when this guy makes art for me. And you know, I ran into it with this deadline where it was like I needed to make sacrifices on when or like what things I wanted to be updated. Like for instance, everything in the game is grayscale, and I color it dynamically in the game, and I'm slowly converting to full color. Now you might not, you probably can't tell the difference, but the tile map, the ground right now, is full color. That's one of the things he's doing, and it looks just a little bit better than it did before. And you know, that's how it all goes, just going a little bit better. But my artist's been working with me for the last 4 years on this game, so I mean, we have plenty of art, but I don't know, his total hours on the project is probably like 200-300 hours, where my time on it has been 2,000 or 3,000 times 5. I don't even know. It's countless hours. However many hours I had of free time in the last 4 years, that's how long I have been working on this. Whatever the amount of hours outside of my day job that I have, that's how many hours I've put into this game. I am doing the thing that they say not to do, which is basically putting all of your eggs in the one basket, all of your game developer eggs into the one video game basket. But I'm having fun with it. I'm having fun. No, I'm just playing my game because I feel good about the work that I did tonight, and it is getting late. What do you specialize in? Are you like a coder, artist, everything? Yeah, because I guess to speak to a little bit of what I do, I actually do the animations for all these characters. I use Spine, and so they're all like, all of this is just texture with skeletal animations, and You know, I do all the level design, I do all the coding, I do all the Unity work. Everything in Unity is done by me. Yeah, so pretty much like literally just everything besides drawing the art, you know, painting out the art and making music. One thing I can show off a little bit too is my day job is IT programming, so that's that. I'm okay with low res, low poly, 3D, but that's about it. Yeah, no, I'm a software engineer by day, and that definitely takes a lot of time out of the dev process, but just part of it. But yeah, programming. That's pretty much. That's what I wish I was doing at work. Fortunately, with the software engineering, it's just a nice way of saying more paperwork than coding. Yeah, another thing you might notice I put in the game recently was everything is synced to the music now. All attacks are synced with the music. All sound effects are synced with the music. Just a little. I felt like I needed like one more hook to the game, and so I'm still like finding that identity. But I've got far enough into it that it's fun. So as you're leveling up your weapons, it actually goes up like a beat interval. It's like a triplet there. Dot 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 dot. Dot 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 dot, and it's just leveled up there. Dot 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 dot. So when you dash around, it kind of like creates like beats. Yeah. Oh God. Don't let me die in my own game. Could never live it down. Yeah, I also have like this dynamic system for music too. Like when I enter combat, so I have like multiple versions of the same song that layer on top of each other depending on what's going on. It just went back down to idle. Like when I aggro, it basically goes to a heavier version. Yeah. I also have this little trick where I can change biomes on the fly. And the song changes with it too. Hey, Jerry, thank you very much. I think that's busted right now. Can't tell if you're a bot or not, but thank you very much. And if you're not, yeah. Hit me up sometime. But if you are, get out of here. Okay. Account created 12 hours ago. I think you might be a bot. Then get out of here. Okay. I need to go to the grocery store before they close for the night. It is almost 11 p.m. here, but yeah, thanks for those hanging out. Proper Duck, it was great chatting with you. I feel like you pop up every once in a while, so I'm sure I'll talk to you do again sometime. I was actually in your stream the other day. I was lurking, but I'll say hi next time. But yeah, have a good night, man. And yeah, thanks, friends. Until next time.